Okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers of reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go. 1-9.
Out of the gun, McNabb. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. He'll try and throw for it here. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now, a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And Janikowski bangs it through, and the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. It almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now it's McNabb. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They go play action. It's McNabb sliding out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Second down, McNabb. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. To throw, McNabb. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. Well, they were 2 for 3 on fourth down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that, but finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the Sticks.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
3rd down, it's Adrian Peterson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right. And avoids the contact by sliding. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Back to throw. Rolling to his right. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. They'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the fourth. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and that will get them one closer. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Raven offense now ready for another possession. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Devin McCourty brings him down. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Pulled in at the 24. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. And the Ravens taking the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And that's caught inside the 30. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So now this thing's coming down to the big left leg of Sebastian Janikowski. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And yes, Janikowski got it. Sebastian Janikowski does it again. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend.